Alrighty, so we're back here on some more Warframe today. Well, just the usual stuff really. Still grinding demos for the weapons. Hopefully it doesn't take too much longer, but we'll see. And if you're new here, welcome. I pretty much just play games and talk. For a bit of variety content, I kind of just do whatever I'm feeling. Not much crazy editing, so if you need a lot of editing to satisfy your attention span, well then I'm sorry. Best I can maybe do is put Subway Surfers at the bottom right hand of the screen. Or maybe I can put a dancing toothless. We'll see what happens. But anyway, there's been a topic that's been on my mind for a couple months now, I'd say. I'm sure many of you have heard that, oh, gaming's dying, or the gaming market's gonna crash, etc. I don't completely buy that, so long as old games exist, and as long as indie games exist. Because I will agree, from a AAA standpoint, most AAA games are just not doing too well. I mean, Call of Duty's in the gutters, Battlefield is even in the gutters. It had a good release, but it's just not doing too hot now. It's even on par with Call of Duty player count-wise, which is, that's pretty sad to hear. Especially from just such a high peak that I had with the release of Battlefield 6. But if you're watching this video, well, I kind of feel bad for you. I think that gaming is still really fun, and there's a lot to enjoy from it, even in this day and age. Now, I want to mostly be talking from the solo perspective of how to enjoy gaming better, because if you have friends and you're watching this, what are you doing? Having friends is basically a cheat code. Literally anything is more fun with friends. That's part of why I always hate the argument, oh, this game is at least fun with friends, and it's like, well, that's not really a compelling argument, because everything is fun with friends. Doing taxes is more fun with friends, for crying out loud. That's not exactly a compliment to the game. But looking at what's wrong with games today, what might be causing you to have less fun? What are the problems exactly? Well, for one, there is a lot of live service games going on today. Now, not all live service games are bad. There are some that do it pretty well. Warframe, for example, does it pretty decently, I think. Helldivers 2 does it pretty decently, although it typically just has an issue with questionable updates, so to say. The monetization is not bad. The FOMO is not bad. It's just that the updates that come out are not really asked for, so to say. But what's the main issue with live service today? Well, typically either the game comes out half-baked, it's not polished at all, there's not much content, so you have to wait for the game to get good, which that's never fun to do. Either the monetization is very egregious, where it just becomes a nuisance and it's not very fun, feels like the game's just trying to slurp money out of your pockets. And then lastly, there's FOMO, which is not fun to deal with. And there's quite a bit of that today in most live service games, and really, if most live service games just let go of the FOMO, they would instantly be so much better. FOMO practices include stuff like battle passes. I'd say that's like the main thing, really. Limited time content. Basically, that's just the FOMO, right? Battle passes, limited time content. Anything else that's just temporary. Where am I going right now? Ah, there it is. Now, of course, if a live service game is done well, then it typically avoids FOMO, it avoids bad monetization, and the updates that come out are pretty good. Warframe, I think, is a decent example of this. There is some FOMO to it, but it's pretty easy to just avoid it or just not care about it. I'd say that's the first step to enjoying most gaming today. Really, you just got to get comfortable with taking breaks. Destiny 2 is a game that I really enjoyed. It used to be my main game. I have not played it in about 5 to 6 months. And I used to be one that always wanted to complete the battle pass no matter what. I would take a month or two long break from it and then come back like the day before the battle pass ends just to complete the battle pass. But this was kind of a problem because I was playing when I wasn't even really having fun. And so really, if you're playing a game that you're not having fun with, you just need to learn to stop it. If you can get in the mindset to where you can just take a break from a game whenever you want to, if you're not having fun, you don't play. You need to be able to control yourself a bit more and also recognize when you're actually having fun. You need to be able to play on your own terms. Taking a break from a game is not the end of the world. Yeah, you'll miss out on stuff, but you gotta learn to just handle that. If you manage to get through that mindset, is this guy stuck? Oh, why do Otak and Lloyd get stuck so easily? Oh, he's unstuck. Yes. No, don't get stuck again. Being comfortable with breaks is such a nice thing. It even helps when you come back to the game because it's more fresh to you. There's been people that have taken like year-long breaks from Warframe, and wherever they come back, they have a good time playing it. So I'd say lesson one is to just get comfortable with taking breaks from games. You don't need to play them all the time, especially if you're just not having fun. If you're having fun, keep playing. As soon as you're not having fun, take it easy. There's no need to keep boring yourself or torturing yourself. You don't need to treat a game like a full-time job or like a job in the first place. Games should be fun. They should not be hobbies, or whoops, sorry, almost sounded like a AAA CEO right there. Games should be hobbies, not jobs. I need to pay attention for this. There we go. Next, I would say it's okay to play old games. Really, there's a ton of old games out there. If you're on Steam, you have so many options. And really, a lot of the older games are more optimized. Sure, they're not exactly bug free, and at higher FPS values, some of them can be a little bit wonky. For example, I know Fallout New Vegas does not support higher frame rates by default, but you can mod it to be able to support higher frame rates. But really, there are so many old games to enjoy. I mean, System Shock 2, Half-Life 1 and 2. You got the Left 4 Dead series. You've got older Halo games that you can play. The Doom series is still pretty fun. You've got Quake 1 and 2, and even 3 and 4. Well, the 3 is more multiplayer. Quake 4. There are so many old games to enjoy. And really, if you just wait for a Steam summer sale, you can get them for a pretty cheap price. I think I bought Quake 1 and 2 for $5 total for both of them. So really, I'd say try looking for some older games to play. Just browse the Steam store. Now, if you're on console, I don't know exactly what the store looks like. I don't know how old of a game you can play. But hey, if you're on PC, you can browse Steam. There are so many old games that you can find on it, and some of them might be very nostalgic to you. You might see it and go, oh yeah, I remember that game. I remember it being fun. Well, then give it a try right there. If you played it before and have fun with it, you can play it again and have fun with it. It's not on Steam, but Minecraft. It's pretty much a game that I visit once every year or two and just have fun with it for 1 or 2 weeks, and that's good. You don't need to have fun with one game for months or years even. It's okay for the game to just be a week or two of fun, or even less than that. Skyrim is another older game. I've probably put in, I don't know, 100 hours into it. Not the craziest amount, but every one of those hours I've enjoyed. And it's another game that's just fun to revisit every now and then. Still holds up today. Now, you might not be finding a pool to any game. That sometimes happens to me, where I look at my Steam library, I'm not really seeing anything that stands out. If that happens to you, this might sound a little weird, but try to kind of force yourself to play a game that you think you'll enjoy. There's been a couple times where nothing's really pulling me, but I'll try out a game and I actually end up having fun with it, and I get addicted to it for 2 or 3 weeks. I think this happened when I was like revisiting Dying Light 1. I didn't really know what else to play, so I just booted it up and ended up getting addicted for 2 or 3 weeks. Another tip I would say is to explore outside of your comfort zone. Some games might surprise you. Hollow Knight, it's a Metroidvania. I've never really played Metroidvanias. I didn't really think I would like it, but when I played it, I ended up really enjoying it. I still have not completed it. I just kind of got tired of making YouTube videos on it, which is a whole nother thing. That's YouTuber point of view, not gamer point of view. And really, I don't really want to play it off camera because I want to capture every moment for YouTube. That's just a personal issue. If I wasn't making videos on it, I would probably complete it. And then another weird point I kind of have to make is you might have to cash out a little bit. Not all good games are going to be free. Some might cost a few bucks, but that's the thing. It's just a few bucks. I mentioned Steam sales. You can get some good games on Steam sales that are older that cost $1 even. Half-Life 1, when it's on sale, goes for like $1. I'm sure you can figure out a way to save $1, even if you're unemployed like me. Heck, even as a kid, I'm sure I could have asked my parents for $1 for a game. And hey, if you don't enjoy that game within the first 2 hours, you can refund it. Again, Steam privileges if you're on console. I don't completely know what to say. I'm sorry. Now, another thing why gaming might not be so fun these days for some is, at least when I started to grow up, I became a lot more goal oriented. I needed goals in games to be able to enjoy them, or at least have a purpose to play them. That's another mindset that you kind of just got to break out of. Really, your goal for playing a game should just be to have fun with it, and this can be enjoyed a lot more in single player games, or more so just PvE games. Skyrim, well, what could the goal be for there? The goal could literally be to just play the game, complete quests, explore, adventure, and it's a lot more casual. You're not really having to grind so much or focus so much on it. Part of why I don't enjoy PvP games so much these days is because it just requires, not exactly that it requires, but I just try so much on it. I think an issue with me and many others, yeah, I got what I need. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. I did not format this talking session at all. I'm kind of just rambling off the top of my head, and I am not doing a great job at it. I probably should have, written down some notes. But PvP games, I think my issue with them these days is just that fun is typically fun is typically tied to performance. If you're doing very well, you're popping off, you have fun. Whereas if you're not doing well, you're not popping off, then you're not so much having fun. I guess my tip for a PvP game is to try to take it more casual. Obviously with friends, you can goof around a lot more, do silly stuff. And maybe that should be your objective. Even as a solo player, just mess around more, do silly stuff. You don't have to take the game so seriously. Chances are you're not going to go pro. And I think that's why a lot of us focus on doing well, especially when we're younger, because we want to pop off at the game. We want to do well to eventually go pro or something. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to gain enough skill to where I could make videos just playing the game and doing well. I wanted that to be my attraction point for why people watch videos, as I do well. But I realized over time, yeah, that's kind of stupid, and also I'm just not going to get to that level. And really, you don't need to pop off for people to watch you. Obviously, there are some streamers and YouTubers that just do very well, and that's part of their attraction for viewers. You can also just attract viewers by having a good personality and being relatable and being able to connect with them. I mean, the Burnt Peanut, he's not exactly good at games. He's definitely above average, but he's by no means a pro player. But people watch him because he's just funny and likable. Anyway, I think that's about all I've got to say for now. I'm sorry I went all over the place. I think I'll start taking notes of what I want to cover for now on. That was just all over the place. So I guess to try to sum it up, take it more easy, explore more games, even old ones, maybe cash out a little bit. It doesn't have to be that much, because again, on Steam sales, you can buy really good games for dirt cheap. I don't know, just don't go to McDonald's for a day or two. You can find a way to save a few dollars at least, some way, somehow. Get outside of your comfort zone. Start taking breaks from games when you're not enjoying them. Explore games that are outside of your typical genres. And this one's a weird one, but kind of force yourself to play some games that you're kind of 50-50 on, because you don't know if you'll enjoy it until you try it. It might surprise you. Another thing, stop trying to set so many goals for you, or at least make more simple goals. They don't have to be so grand. The goal could literally be to just have fun or be on an adventure, journey out, explore. I think we get so caught up in wanting to complete tasks these days, or wanting to achieve ourselves, because we fail to achieve success at life, so we want to achieve success in video games. It's all a mindset thing. If you can change your mindset, you'll be able to have a lot more fun with games. Don't let the FOMO get to you. Well, that's all I got to say for now. I just wanted to try to give my piece of the pie on this topic. It's a pretty hot topic. Anyway, I'll see you all in whatever I do next.